We're not sure this television program's going to work, so we're not going to outfit a Ferrari. Let's go get a Trans Am from the Pontiac dealership.
Who does not exist.
Ideally with T-tops. Well, when I was a kid, that Trans Am 6.6 liter thing, that was absurd. That car was fast. And of course, James Rockford going down the alley backwards, spinning out, dropping it in drive. It's great stuff.
In the world of criminals who
This show,
above the law.
garbage. In this Knight Rider. Jason, I'm saving you on this Monday. I'm not going to make you pull up David Hasselhoff Sings in Germany. You're blessed today. Yeah, you, right? Corey Johnson with you. I'm hoping to be like David Hasselhoff in Germany on this program, a rock star in my own right. Maybe I'll have to go to Germany. Yeah, you, right. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. 766-9480. Love to hear from you on this. I mean, almost dangerous out there. It's so hot. This ridiculously hot Monday afternoon in South Louisiana, in New Orleans, and beyond. All up and down the Gulf Coast, basically from Houston to Jacksonville. You got to be careful. Lots of agua, lots of water. Stay hydrated. It is absurdly hot. Insane humidity. This is that kind of weather where you wake up like 11 at night, midnight, walk outside, and you're like, what? You look at your phone, it's 88 degrees at like midnight. It's that kind of weather. This morning I had a very efficient, by the way, washing machine repair guy show up, and he was there like 8 a.m., early in the morning. And I remember opening up the door and going outside to greet him, and it was stifling hot at 8 a.m., and I think it was 88 degrees, feels like 95 because of the humidity. That was at 8 a.m. That was at a.m. this morning. Now, it's 4:07 right now. That's, I guess, about the hottest time of the day. The temperature right now is 93. The temperature right now is 93. The humidity has actually gone down. It's only about 54% humidity, but you know what it feels like outside? About $105. 105 in New Orleans, and it truly does. It is stifling heat. If you're out in it, stay hydrated. If you plan to go in it, I would hydrate up before you go in it. No, just uncool heat out there. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday afternoon. Thanks for joining us on the radio. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. Make it one of your presets. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. We're on New Orleans' own 107.9 FM. 107.9 FM, 600 AM. This radio talk show simulcast on TV. Cox Channel 4 television right now in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette. Spectrum Channel 333 television in Slidell, Covington, Mandeville. That's Cheyenne country, you know that. Hammond, Houma, Thibodaux, Opelousas. We're all over the state. Cox Channel 4 at 4 o'clock. Spectrum Channel 333 at 4 o'clock. 90 minutes of fun on TV. Hey, take the show with you to the hunting blind, the fishing camp, the gym. CoreyTalks.com, live streaming, CoreyTalks.com, including a link. You can watch the show via YouTube. Just put Corey Johnson in the search bar on YouTube or go to CoreyTalks.com and it'll hook you up. And when you're live on YouTube, that means watch it live or after the fact. You can check out the program. And the same rules apply. You watching on YouTube or watching on TV or listening on the radio or via the internet device. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open. Area code 504-766-9480. 766-9480. Hey, I got I think it's a pretty big softball. I think it's like a garbage can lid coming at you, and you're at the plate. That's how big the ball is. Which barrier island is due south of New Orleans, our first line of defense for hurricanes? New Orleans' best friend. We should make sure this barrier island is robust, due south of the city. Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you just in time for this Sunday, Father's Day. Father's Day is this Sunday. Take care of Dad. He'll take a day of relaxation at the Woodhouse. Are you kidding me? I don't mind a massage. And it's such a first class place. It's like a private club, but it's open to the public. Everyone's welcome. It's just high-end, first class. 4 area Woodhouse Day Spas to take care of you. The flagship's in Mid-City. They're on Canal Street at Carrollton. They're in Metairie by North Kenner, Transcontinental at West Esplanade. They're on the North Shore in Slidell, and coming soon, the North Shore in Mandeville. And, of course, the Woodhouse Day Spa in Baton Rouge, right by the Mall of Louisiana. They got you covered at the Woodhouse Day Spa. That's right, Mandeville, folks, coming soon to you. Yeah, you, right. There's a Woodhouse Day Spa near you. I got 50 big bucks to get you jump-started. Which barrier island is due south of New Orleans, our first line of defense for hurricanes? New Orleans' best friend. Hey, no cheating, no maps or Google or Yahoo. You should know this. Basically due south of the city, of the metro area. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. In less than 10 minutes, New Orleans City Councilman Oliver Thomas is going to join us. He talked about it last week. Maybe we need to bring the National Guard into New Orleans because of this crime problem. Governor Jack Del Edwards says he will not send the National Guard into New Orleans. Will not send the National Guard into New Orleans. Oliver Thomas, less than 10 minutes away to discuss it. A judge rules against the new congressional map. Just a waste of time, a waste of taxpayer money. Just our insane legislature had to give it a try to see if we could slip this in. Instead, a special session will be held. The musical chairs version of the new congressional map did not work. Musical chairs is out. They basically did that instead of true representation, and this one was real easy. Real easy. Louisiana isn't 28% black. It's not 25% black. It's not 38 or 40% black. It's 33% black. It's a third black, 1/3. There's 6 congressional seats. 1/3 of 6 is 2. Right there, right on the money. It's not 2.8 that's needed. It's not 1.6 that's needed. It's 2 black majority districts needed of 6. 4 majority white, 2 majority black. It's pathetic we need to even have this and discuss it. What's even more pathetic are a bunch of white lawmakers in Baton Rouge trying to keep it 5-1. And not have true representation, and I'm white. But how do you get around that? First off, I don't care if it's a black district or a white district. And then all of you are like, yeah, Corey, you don't care because you're a liberal. And one day black folks might be conservative. I can tell you this, they're only getting more conservative. They're not getting more liberal. I mean, I'm the Republican Party. I'm like, how do we lure in Latinos and black folks and whatever? And maybe it's just sound politics, sound ideals. I don't know. But a little diversity to that hardcore white party would be a positive. I don't write the rules, I'm just telling you how it is. And Louisiana's 33% black, so it was easy to go 2 black districts and 4 white. Instead, a big waste of time, big waste of money. A judge says start over again. They'll have a special session convene, tens of thousands of dollars of taxpayer money that could have been police hired, squad cars purchased, potholes filled, infrastructure, starting on a new bridge, whatever. Instead, it's those dopey 39 senators and goofy 105 House reps meet again in Baton Rouge to bang out a congressional map that has 4 white majority seats and 2 black, for crying out loud. So silly. Only in Louisiana. Jack Del Rio, his January 6 comments, a dust-up, cost him $100,000 from the Washington Commanders. Fined for ignorance or bad opinion or an opinion you didn't like? Really? Jack Del Rio fined $100,000 for calling January 6th the dust-up? You call Pearl Harbor a dust-up, you get fined $100,000 in the NFL? Is that how that works? Gulf War is a dust-up. Vietnam was a dust-up. Vietnam's a police action. You get fined $100,000 by the NFL? Ignorant, bad opinion, whatever. Mind-boggling. Corey Johnson with you.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool site. NolaAC.com, your cool site.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
What actually lasts a lifetime? Not much, but at Helm Paint, we have something guaranteed to last a lifetime. Benjamin Moore's Regal Select. This paint and primer in one offers cutting-edge waterborne technology, smooth application, and long durability. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore, your New Orleans paint store.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is now hiring service and installation technicians. Great benefits, great pay, take-home vehicle. Apply today. Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about fresh local fish like flounder, snapper, and speckled trout, fried, broiled, or grilled. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Yeah, you, right? Corey Johnson back at you on a ridiculously hot Monday. Stay hydrated, New Orleans. Big gulp of water. Stay hydrated. What is it? 8-ounce glasses a day? That's like in December when it's cool and comfortable on a day like this, especially if you're outside. Stay hydrated. And if you're going to stay outside for an extended period of time, I recommend like block, long sleeves. Seriously. Big hats that cover you. That sun's a killer. Skin cancer's no fun, especially on the face. Having to go under the knife for that, no fun. Hey, Governor John Bel Edwards will not call the National Guard into New Orleans. When New Orleans loses about 60 cops a year, and the average recruiting class might bring in about 15 or so, and I shouldn't say 60, it's more like about 75. It's a net loss of about 60. 75 leave, 15 come in. You can't increase numbers. I've talked about bringing in police from around the country, making the New Orleans NOPD the highest paid police force in the country, housing assistance, something that will lure in, earn what you make at your job, your rank, your resume, plus 10%, and mortgage help and this and that, and try to lure folks in. Oliver Thomas suggested we may have to bring in the National Guard, which would be an immediate fix. Literally boots on the ground. It's not the best case scenario. It's not ideal. But how do you fix the problem? How do you solve this insane crime problem, this violent crime problem going on in New Orleans? John Bel Edwards says no to the National Guard idea. Oliver Thomas, New Orleans City Councilman, joins us live on the program again. Oliver, how are you?
Doing fine, Corey. How are you doing, man? Blessings to you.
Yeah, hot out there, man. Stay hydrated, huh?
Yeah, it's hot, and it's not as hot as it's going to get.
Yep. No, and folks, I guess let's jump on this before we get into it. Folks that may not have the wherewithal, that don't have air conditioning, places to go during the day. There are lots of air-conditioned facilities in and around neighborhoods in New Orleans that are ready to take folks in that maybe don't have air conditioning, and peak times of the day they can go to these places, right?
Hey, man, spend some time at the library. Do some research, man. Learn something. It's a great place to visit. The library has some great resource centers.
Yep, and there are a bunch of those open. Plus, you have other facilities open, right, in different neighborhoods, community centers.
Community centers that are open. We have some churches that are using their properties during the summer. No reason for people to be hot when comfortable facilities have their doors open.
No, exactly. You got the wherewithal to get in a car, go over to Lakeside Mall, do some shopping.
That's right.
Or just walk around the mall for a few hours, get some exercise in, and enjoy the air conditioning.
No doubt about it.
Yep. Hey, Oliver, what did you think about Governor John Bel Edwards? It's not like shooting down your idea, but just stating no National Guard for New Orleans. Did you guys have any discussion on that?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of ways you can look into it. And, the whole National Guard discussion came after what if A didn't work, what if B didn't work, what if C didn't work. And so my comment was the violence is so indiscriminate right now that if nothing else, whatever we have to do, if it's by any means necessary to increase visibility, to at least let the criminals who think they control the streets know they don't, then let's use National Guard, especially in hot spots, to supplement the lack of resources we have with NOPD. But the flip side of that is, especially since the chief and the head of the state police have confected an agreement, along with the agreement that Councilmember Eugene Green and I got when we met in Baton Rouge with the state police for part of the District D, District E area, then I kind of give you some confidence that what the governor is saying is that his resources and his partnership with the mayor and our police chief, he feels comfortable enough that not only are we going to have those resources, but he's willing to increase those resources. So I'm going to read into it like that and say that's a good sign.
Hey, your cohort on the council, J.P. Morrell, he didn't suggest, he was emphatic, Sean Ferguson's got to go. What do you think?
Well, a couple things happened, man, and I had this conversation. I host a whole nother show on another station at times, and
not with the professor anymore, and it's very debilitating for me.
I miss him too. My question to Chief Ferguson then, I asked him, I said, hey man, you're doing this show your first year when we have 129 murders, the lowest total, almost similar to the per capita total we had during the Pennington years, which of course there were more people in the city.
Yep.
But the murder rate went from 424 to 159. I said, you're knocking on wood, and he was like, hey man, don't jinx me. Everybody was celebrating him. We had one of the top 3 rated academies in the country. People were patting Chief Ferguson on the back for the work that he was doing and the fact that we had experienced this all-time low, and here we are now. It is very difficult, given what we have here in this town, to blame an individual. Now, if they were just grossly neglectful, if they had lost the confidence of the men and women who work for them.
Yep.
But, Corey, what do we do? What do we know about New Orleans? We've been on this roller coaster. Remember the crime surge in the late 70s, man, when heroin took over the housing projects. Then in the late 80s, remember that special council meeting with Dorothy Taylor and Sidney Bartholomew and the council where people packed the council chamber because of the surge in violence? And, of course, you remember when the 3,000 people marched on City Hall when Mark Morial first took office with the Pizza Kitchen killings, and then the folk who marched on Nagin with the crime surge then. The problem we have is that we've never had an effort that's been sustainable, where every, from the education system to economic development to city resources to nonprofits, we've never ever come together where everybody's working on the same page to make the effort sustainable. That's what we have to begin to do in this city. Now, I'm not calling for anybody's head. What I'm calling for is everybody's helping hand.
Visiting with Oliver Thomas, New Orleans City Councilman, for a few more minutes. Oliver, I was watching a Richard Nixon special, Watergate. Really well done. Ehrlicher and Haldeman and all these different characters. And essentially, Nixon wouldn't give up those tapes even when a judge said give them up. Right. It got me thinking about Smart City. Are you guys getting this information from Smart City finally?
Hey, like Moses told Pharaoh, let my people go, let the paperwork go. Nixon,
yep.
Nixon should have let the tape.
Well, you know the answer. Well, let my people go has a good outcome. Let the papers go might have a bad outcome.
Yeah, but let them go anyway.
Yeah, no, you're right. The truth will, set you free.
Yeah. I mean, let them go anyway. Look, the institution of the council has to be respected, and this city council, with me and its other 7 members, we may disagree on issue and ordinance and policy sometimes. When you talk about protecting the power and the rights of the charter rights of the council and accountability, I think all 7 of us agree on that.
Oliver Thomas with us for a couple of more minutes. Yeah, I remember the IG requested information about 6 months ago from the OPCD, the Orleans Parish Communications District. Yeah. Same deal, had to sue to get it. It's mind-boggling. These are public records that the council, the IG, have a right to. It's part of city government, Oliver. I don't get the. I do get it. It's something to hide usually, like Nixon.
I think, though, Corey, it's a function of how government has moved away, right? I wrote a piece several years ago that said American people are going to need a passport to get to D.C. at some point, right? That's how far away D.C. is. And you would hope that town halls and state capitals didn't get affected the same way. And I think that's what we're seeing now. I think it's like if you would ask me the difference about serving now versus then, there are two things: institutional knowledge, and too often work ethic. Though we have a lot of wonderful people who work in city agencies, I think at every level of government, we've lost some institutional knowledge, and we have people who believe that those government agencies are theirs, not the people. So we see this resistance, man, from federal agencies to state agencies to local agencies, where folk actually believe that agency, that department, that organization belongs to them. And I think it's happened over the last several decades because we've lost a lot of veterans who've worked in those institutions, who've written public policy and legislated for those institutions. It's the one place where experience in governments and continuity from one era to the next actually helped. And I think we see that now with partisanship. You know, the old Alan Simpsons of the world and the Tipponees of the world who could disagree on party line but get things done. The Pepe Brunos of the world and the Sherman Copelands of the world and A.G. Crowes of the world and the Hilarios of the world who used to be able to kind of work stuff out. I don't understand it, but I know that it has a negative impact on performance and deliverables.
I love the general thought, but you had to throw Sherman Copeland and Hilario in there. Are you trying to make me nauseated?
Yeah, but they had a way of working with Pepe and other conservatives to get stuff done where you might not have liked their style or some of the stuff they did.
Yeah.
But there was a general agreement on issues. There was stuff got done. Good stuff didn't get stalled. It got worked out.
Oliver, always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, blessings to you and your listening audience. Keep doing what you're doing, Cole.
Yeah, you're right. That's Oliver Thomas joining us, New Orleans City Councilman. Corey Johnson with you on an absurdly hot Monday afternoon. I can't say it enough. Stay hydrated.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Yeah, you right. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open. Area code 504-766-9480. 766-9480. If you missed Oliver Thomas just now, don't despair. You can catch that via YouTube, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, CoreyTalks.com. Lots of ways to check out the program. Plus the traditional old school radio. Yeah, you're right. Our bread and butter. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. 107.9 FM. 600 AM. We're on TV right now for another hour till 5:30. Cox Channel 4 television all over Louisiana. Spectrum Channel 333 television all over Louisiana. Father's Day is this Sunday. He'd like to go to the Woodhouse Day Spa. 4 area locations. Mandeville coming soon. That'll make 5. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate right here. It can be yours. Which barrier island is due south of New Orleans? Our first line of defense for hurricanes. New Orleans' best buddy. We should be shoring up this barrier island like a champ. Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Oliver Thomas joined us to talk about crime, carjacking, smart city. We didn't get to Sheriff Hudson having to move sheriff deputies to the courthouse, from the courthouse to the jail. So court's going to be like virtual for a little while, because they can't protect the judges, the juries, all that, and help run the process. You need sheriff deputies in the court to man doors, to, do what the judge is telling them to do, the bailiff, all of that. Governor John Bel Edwards will not call National Guard troops into New Orleans. Oliver Thomas suggested that last week. Another reason why we brought him on the program. A judge rules against the new congressional map. The musical chairs instead of true representation is not going to work. So that's 33% black in Louisiana. There's 6 congressional districts, 4 white, 2 black. That's the math. Period. End of story. Nothing more to discuss. Everyone knows it. Just a big waste of time. Hey, worth it, man. We don't want another black congressional district. Just a bunch of liberals. Jack Del Rio, his dust-up comments, called January 6th the dust-up, apologizes for it. Very predictable. First off, his comment was ignorant. I predicted he'd apologize, but my God, I didn't think the Washington Commanders would fine him $100,000 for ignorance, bad opinion. I mean, that's what I think, bad opinion, ignorance. But I like chocolate chip. You might like Rocky Road. It's still ice cream. It's his opinion. He might say Pearl Harbor was a dust-up, or, the Gulf War was a dust-up. I don't know. The American Revolution's a dust-up. Jack Del Rio's ignorance is on display. Let him have it. Hand him the rope. Let him hang himself. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't. I made a joke last week that I got an email about someone locally comparing the Top Gun sequel to Godfather 2. As good a sequel as Godfather 2. I'm like, you can't even make that comparison ever. You can't ever make that comparison. You can't compare. It's like a great hamburger at Port of Call, and you're comparing it to like, La Petite Grocery or Irene's, like a super high-end restaurant, a great burger. They're both great food. Yeah, one's a burger. One's chef-driven gourmet food. You can't compare the two. You can't compare Top Gun 2, the Port of Call burger, to Godfather, gourmet food. I mean, one of the greatest movies of all time. I mean, 1 and 2. Can't help that. Godfather 2 is a good sequel. Top Gun 2 is a good sequel. You never can make that comparison. It just doesn't work at all, not in the least bit. But that doesn't make that person having that opinion like, fine them just because they're ignorant. They don't understand movies. They don't understand the depth of the Godfather. They don't understand the non-depth of Top Gun. No, it's a bad opinion. That's all. And that's just my opinion on Del Rio's comments. But I mean, ignorance will get you fined $100,000. And that kind of stuff pretty much seems to only work one way. I'm sure there are a lot of coaches that have made ridiculously stupid, ignorant comments equal to or surpassing Del Rio's dust-up comments. I don't get it. I don't think January 6th is a dust-up. I got a friend of mine who thinks it is. I bust his chops all the time. Like, you're a wacky right-winger, dude. Friend of mine lives in Baton Rouge. We text back and forth. It's like he thinks he's a regular cat. I'm like, dude, you're an extremist. Way to the right. He thinks January 6th is nothing. I'm like, every year for the rest of our lives, January 6th will be remembered. There'll never be a January 6th for the rest of our lives. Anyone who's on the planet in America alive, every year on January 6th, it will be remembered. It'll never be passed over. It'll never be forgotten. No one on the 7th is going to go, oh gosh, we forgot about January 6th this year, yesterday. It's never going to happen. Like it or not, don't think that's real or not. Again, I don't write the rules. I don't make them. I just interpret stuff and tell you how it is. Because I don't, hey, I hope it's this way. I want it to be this way. It is this way. That's what I go with, the facts. If I like it or not. January 6th will be part of American history forever. And when I say just like 9/11 or December 7th, that's how it'll be remembered, not that many casualties or it brought us into a war. It brought us into a war against terrorism. Just that much emphasis. January 6th will never pass, ever, without it being recognized. That insurrection, that riot. And I say this, but the folks that don't get it don't have the, empathy or imagination to fully take this in. Imagine if the January 6th rioters were black. Imagine if the January 6th rioters were black. Would you have the same attitude, dismissive, downplay attitude, not a big deal? Was that January 6th group a bunch of MAGA Trump folks? No doubt. In my opinion, Donald Trump threw gas all over that fire. We'll march together to the Capitol, just crap like that. Focusing on the day, the big lie, all of that. Again, though, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. This committee will find out one way or another. It'll either be accepted, it won't be. Some will, some won't. I just don't get the $100,000 fine. Well, I do get it. It's just a over-woke, hyper-liberal, insane NFL that plays politics. Del Rio makes a comment that I thought was totally ignorant. And the first thing I'm thinking is like, dude, you coach 75, 80% of your players are black. Do you have any idea how they think about a topic before you mouth off about a topic? But that's Del Rio. I'm not going to say he's Mike Ditka, but kind of, ready, fire, aim type mentality, at least on this. I've met Del Rio a few times. Maybe he'd even remember me. Interviewed him a few times. Nice guy. Always liked him. I totally disagree. January 6th, the dust-up. But that's his thoughts. He seemed to get it. That's another thing. You can go, he sold out and apologized, had to apologize, blah, blah, blah. You think he's apologizing if he's getting fined $100,000? Someone sat him down, talked to him. What about your players? This is how they think. Blah, blah. And maybe he got it. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he sold out. But you're hoping he got it and realized January 6th wasn't a dust-up, regardless if his players are 75, 80% black. But the Washington Commanders fined Jack Del Rio $100,000 for a ignorant opinion, bad opinion, whatever you think, but his opinion. And it wasn't something like, slavery's okay and women should be subservient and homosexuals don't deserve the same rights as straight people. It wasn't something like that. It was January 6th is a dust-up. He didn't think it was as significant as most people think it is, was, and will be remembered. That's Del Rio's opinion. That's his ignorance. $100,000 fine. That just blew me away when I heard that. And I guess the NFL can do whatever they want, appease players if that's what it's going to be. They're going to alienate some fans. There's some folks that torture themselves that love the NFL because of their politics. I don't watch NFL anymore. I like NFL, so I'll continue to watch NFL. But this is dopey, woke politics at its worst, finest, whatever. The Senate, bipartisan support of minor changes in gun laws, almost not worth mentioning. It's really pathetic. They're not going to change the age from 21 to 18, but juvenile records of gun buyers under 21 will be made available during background checks. Like those weren't available before. How about just making it 21? Can't buy beer, can't buy cigarettes, but you can go on your 18th birthday and buy 2 AR-15s? That just seems absolutely nuts. In Louisiana, I know it's so much easier to obtain a driver's license. To get a gun permit than obtain a driver's license. That just seems crazy to me. Crazy to me. Saw a billboard, gun's not a dangerous tool. The people that use it are. No. A gun's more dangerous than a hammer. A gun's more dangerous than a stick. A loaded gun can be a dangerous tool if not handled properly. A lot of things can be. There's a reason folks don't use table saws or get on ladders because they're dangerous to some people that maybe can't handle them. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday afternoon. Yeah, you right. It's hot out there. Hydration.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday. Dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockandalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you. I'm like a lot of people. I like movies. I've watched movies a long, long time. I was blessed. I lived a block down the street from the Farrises. You see Meg Farris on television. And Meg's mom used to take me and Hamilton Farris, my first ever friend, to movies. A lot of movies. James Bond movies whenever they came out. All kind of stuff. Star Wars and Rocky. I remember waiting in line to go see Indiana Jones when I was at the Robert E. Lee Theater, which today would be the Alan Toussaint Theater. Anyway, no, so I guess I owe Margie Farris a lot as far as why I love movies, like a lot of people. And then maybe a little more interest at De La Salle. I took a movie-making class, probably because I thought it was an easy class, an easy grade, and I ended up liking it. At LSU, I took a few, history of cinema, things like that. Learned about Eisenstein, the Potemkin Steps sequence, and, shooting from above and below and all kind of different cinematography and stuff like that. There are a lot of people that know so much more than me. There are a lot of people that don't care about movies at all, whatever. I love Boogie Nights. Just thought it was a great movie, especially the first half when up until your boy Little Bill committed suicide. That movie on a 1 to 10 scale was like a 15. It was just rolling along, great soundtrack. And it wasn't like it got bad after the suicide, it just got darker. And it wasn't as power, like is bright and flying along at a fast speed. It was more, the down drop, but still incredible movie from beginning to end. Burt Reynolds crushed his role in that movie. One of the best roles Burt Reynolds ever had. And one of the actors, Philip Baker Hall, passed away at 90. He was the Colonel's friend and the Burt Reynolds character's friend. What was Philip Baker Hall's name in the movie? What's Philip Baker Hall's name in the movie? The Colonel says his name, and then Philip Baker Hall goes, "The Colonel," and kind of leans his head and kind of makes a face like, "You deviant guy, you." Anyway, what was Philip Baker Hall's name in Boogie Nights? No cheating, no internet device. His character was trying to convince Burt Reynolds videotapes the future. It was New Year's Eve, right before Wild Bill or Little Bill killed himself, actually, right before that. He's like, the future's videotape. Burt Reynolds is like, I'm going to go away from film and start using video. And it's like, the cinemas are already shifting. He's telling Burt Reynolds' character, don't hold on so tight. And Burt Reynolds is like, we're going to end this conversation, And then the end of the movie, Burt Reynolds is a videotape guy. And his partner is this dude, Philip Baker Hall, who passed away at 90. And suppose he was just a sweetheart of a guy with all the success. What was his name in Boogie Nights, his character's name? Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Area code 504. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480, 766-9480. I got another $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Which barrier island, due south of New Orleans, due south of the city, is our number one line of defense for hurricanes? New Orleans' best friend. We should be rebuilding it like crazy. Which barrier island? Give me the answer to that. Got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Good at the Woodhouse in New Orleans, the Metairie near North Kenner location, North Shore in Slidell, North Shore in Mandeville opening soon. I'll keep you up to date on that. Of course, Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, 4 and soon to be 5 with that Mandeville location opening soon. Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Governor John Bel Edwards rules against calling up the National Guard to come into New Orleans to keep it safe. That was an Oliver Thomas idea. The councilman floated that last week. We had Oliver Thomas on the program about 30 minutes ago. You can catch that after the fact on YouTube, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify. Lots of ways to check it out. But Oliver Thomas talking about that, crime, smart city. A judge rules against the new congressional map. The musical chairs, instead of true representation, is over. It'll be 4 white, 2 black districts, just like it should be. 6 congressional districts. The state's 33% black. This was easy. White jokers wasting taxpayer money trying to keep it white instead of right. Jack Del Rio, dust-up comment about January 6th. January 6th forever will be part of American history. There's no way around it. Del Rio's dust-up comment is a joke, in my opinion. But it's his ignorance, his bad opinion. Give him the rope and let him hang himself. It's not going to help him with, co-workers. I don't get the $100,000 fine by the Washington Commanders. I don't get it. But a great email from the North Shore. Del Rio is a Trump jughead that makes $3.5 million a year. $100K is a traffic fine for him. People died in his team's hometown as a result of the Trump thugs. Fine is totally reasonable, not a woke situation at all. You can email us anytime, Corey@CoreyTalks.com. Corey@CoreyTalks.com. I'll respond, I'll answer, I'll read them online. I don't run from anything. Phone calls, emails, none of it. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. 766-9480. 5 o'clock power hour coming your way next. Juiced up Jimmy from Lafayette sending me photos of me on television in his den again. That's scary. That's scary. What's up, Blue Boy? It's hot out there. You want to wait a little later, maybe around 8 before we go for our walk. Might be a little cooler, only feels like 95 instead of 105. You're right, Blue Boy. And what else? Everybody, including you and animals, stay hydrated. Watch your pets. You're right, Blue Boy. 5 o'clock powwow next, 93.9, 107.9 FM, New Orleans.
If you are a loved one or suffering from addiction, listen to Springfield Wellness Center's founder, Paula Norris Metier.
I feel personally, when I walk around on the grounds, that it's sacred ground. It's healing. Just the environment is healing. Just being here makes one feel like that, I can let go. I can let go of the worry. I can let go of the stress that I've been carrying around for a long time. We don't shame anybody. We don't blame anybody. We don't judge anyone. Just that alone really is the foundation on which everything else that we do is done.
Put your addiction behind you. Call Springfield Wellness Center, 504-291-4000.
Just call us. That's all. And we'll be waiting for you.
504-291-4000. 291-4000. Springfield Wellness Center. SpringfieldWellnessCenter.com.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe. The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our top Benjamin Moore exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah. Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
That's the Mach 5 revving its motor. Pop's Racer designed it. The plans were on the windshield.
I want that windshield.
And he's gonna be chasing after someone.
That was a good one. They cracked the windshield, but Pops had the plans in his head the whole time. Oh, boy. I always thought Speed was a little kind of, I don't know, soft, a little effeminate. I like Rex Racer better. I was like, if anyone's getting the chicks, it's Rex. Rex is probably hooking up with Trixie, the helicopter, not Speed. Anyway, Speed might have been hooking up with old Sparky Plugs for all we know. Who knows? Which is cool. To each his own. I got no problem with any of that. I just like Rex Racer better. It's like I like, Race Bannon better than Dr. Quest. You know? Race Bannon just be roaming around and Jade, his girlfriend, would pop out of some hedge in the jungle smoking a cigarette. Where'd she come from? Hey, Father's Day is Sunday. Got you covered with the Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. That's a good start. Hey, ladies, he likes a massage at the Woodhouse, too. 4 area locations. Mandeville coming soon. That'll make 5 area Woodhouses. Philip Baker Hall passed away. He was the producer in Boogie Nights of the pornography movies, the ones that was trying to convince the Burt Reynolds character to switch to videotape. The Colonel introduced him, basically, said his name. When Philip Baker Hall emerged, the Colonel said his name, and then Philip Baker Hall's character goes, the Colonel. Like almost sort of disappointed. I got to work with you, but I'm in the porn business, and I'm a deviant, but you're a real deviant. The Colonel. Philip Baker Hall was also Sidney, the attorney, in Midnight Run, if you remember. You remember Midnight Run? The attorney's like trying to tell the gangster guy not to go swap out discs at the airport. Hey, Sidney, why don't you go to the casino, go get a massage? Something like that. Like the mobster guy's getting bothered by his attorney who was given sound advice. That was Philip Baker Hall as well. If you can give me Philip Baker Hall's name from Boogie Nights, he wasn't the Colonel, he wasn't the Burt Reynolds character, but he worked with Burt Reynolds. At the end, the Colonel ended up going to jail, if you remember. But at the end, Burt Reynolds went to videotape, and his partner was this cat, Philip Baker Hall's character. That's a tough one. Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Hey, no cheating, no internet device, no Google, no Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, Bing, none of that. Got an easier one for you. Which barrier island is due south of New Orleans? Our first line of defense for hurricanes, New Orleans' best friend. Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 766-9480. 5 o'clock powwow brought to you by Helm Paint and Decorating. Don't get ripped off by these so-called coating companies using a totally unnecessary, hyper-expensive elastomeric paint. You want to use elastomeric paint? Helm Paint and Decorating has elastomeric paint, but they'll probably steer you in another direction like they did me. I got this Regal Select paint, Benjamin Moore, ridiculously high quality, lasts forever, lifetime guarantee, no chipping, no fading. I will literally never paint my house again. But because I went to Helm Paint and Decorating and it was affordable, if I want to change the color in 5, 10, 15 years, I can. You folks that, sorry, got ripped off using these coatings, you're stuck. So expensive. When the commercial says much more affordable than you think, it means it's absurdly expensive. I call them the world's most expensive home painting company, these coating companies. Or you can go with the local guys that have been around over 50 years that you know and trust already. Helm Paint and Decorating, 7 locations, their newest on the West Bank. Stump at West Bank Expressway. New Orleans paint store since 1969, 1970. Helm Paint and Decorating. It's absurdly hot out there. Lots of this agua, H2O water. I'm drinking it in the middle of the show to stay hydrated. Got to drink it. Stay hydrated because it feels like $1.05 right now. This morning at like 8 a.m., it was 88 degrees, feels like 95. It was stifling at 8 in the morning. Sun was barely up. Governor John Bel Edwards will not call the National Guard into New Orleans. Last hour, Oliver Thomas, New Orleans councilman, joined us on the program. We discussed that very thing and a lot more. You can catch it on YouTube, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, CoreyTalks.com if you missed it in the 4 o'clock hour. Last week, Oliver Thomas suggested maybe it's time to bring in the National Guard. Jack Del Rio's dust-up comment about January 6th, a $100,000 fine by the Washington Commanders. Fined for ignorance or bad opinion? I'm not in agreement at all with Del Rio. January 6th, in my opinion, was anything but a dust-up. Every year, forever, we'll be talking about January 6th. But that's Del Rio's ignorant, bad opinion. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. 766-9480. 31 members of Patriot Front. What a bunch of idiots. Jammed into the back of a U-Haul truck, arrested en route to some National Pride event in Idaho. They were in full riot gear, arrested for charged with conspiracy. No, some dude calls 911 because he drives by a hotel or motel and he sees a bunch of dudes in full tactical gear loading into the back of a U-Haul truck. And the door rolled down and another dude in tactical gear jumping in the passenger side and another dude in tactical gear driving the truck. So that made him nervous. Like, what's this little miniature army doing in the back of the U-Haul? And he smartly dialed 911. Who knew these people are terrorists? Whatever the right thing to do, I would call 911, right? And then they all got arrested. They had all kind of little, nothing major like assault weapons and the like, but tear gas and things of that nature. Probably a plan to disrupt this National Pride event in Idaho. Pretty white, conservative place. James Beard Award winners will be known tonight. A few New Orleans spots up for grabs. The U.S. Open golf tournament this week from Brookline, Massachusetts, the country club. Phil Mickelson was there. He will be playing. He played in this past weekend's LIV event, backed by the Saudis. Brett Martel is going to join us in about 7 minutes from the Associated Press. Another Martel Monday. We'll get Brett's take on this. This is amazing. Just I don't think there's a goal or objective for the LIV Tour, this 54 Tour, to make money. It's to I don't know what the Saudis are thinking, to give them a better light kind of around the world on what they're about, better reputation, kind of poaching the PGA Tour to do it. And although Saudi Arabia is like a ally, I'm not going to use the floating quotation marks with my fingers anymore, but they're kind of a soft ally, a pseudo ally. Their civil rights records are terrible for women, homosexuals, terrible. Their executions are off the charts. They don't have Western ideals. They're not an enemy. They're not China or North Korea or Russia. But they're not France or England or Canada or Japan or Germany, Australia, not at all, not even close. I'm not going to say you're taking money from China or North Korea, but it's pretty close. A country that doesn't have our ideals and has a horrendous civil rights record, human rights record, horrendous. Hey, dinner tonight? How about some lamb chops? How about shish kebab? Who's got shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, chicken, shrimp, beef. Your choice. You do a combo, 2 of those 4. Talking about Lebanon's Cafe. Get the shish kebab. You get a couple of Lebanese sides on the side, obviously. They're open till 9:30. I love Lebanon's Cafe. You will not be disappointed. Lebanon's Cafe tonight for dinner. So good. Corey Johnson with you. Oh, by the way, they're on the corner of Jeanette and Carrollton, under the oak trees on the streetcar line. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday. Dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro. For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockandalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, Super discount store in Chalmette.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Philip Baker Hall passed away, a 90-year-old actor. If you remember the De Niro movie, Midnight Run, he was the mafia guy's attorney, begging him not to go get the discs at the airport. Hey, Sidney, go take a spa or shower or something, massage. Philip Baker Hall was also in Boogie Nights. He wasn't the Colonel. He worked with the Colonel. The Colonel actually says his name. That's how we know his name from Boogie Nights. And then he goes, the Colonel. Like, you deviant. Anyway, I thought his first name was Lloyd. I Googled it. It's Floyd. What's his last name? Philip Baker Hall's character in Boogie Nights. Just checking out some of these names. Mark Wahlberg is Eddie Adams. Burt Reynolds is Jack Horner. Julianne Moore is Amber Waves. Heather Graham is Roller Girl. John C. Reilly is Reed Rothschild. Don Cheadle was Buck Swope. Philip Seymour Hoffman, the late Philip Seymour Hoffman. Scotty J. William Macy, Little Bill. Luis Guzman was Maurice. Robert Ridgely, the Colonel. Nicole Ari Parker, Becky Barnett. I mean, just some credible actors. And then just like a lot of unknown actors, sort of. Like this guy, Thomas Jane. Todd Parker, the stripper guy. Alfred Molino, the insane guy with the fireworks in the house and the drug dealer. Pretty amazing movie. If you can tell me Philip Baker Hall's character's last name, Floyd what from Boogie Nights, I'll give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Good at 4 area Woodhouses, soon to be 5. Mandeville's coming online soon. Got you covered in Slidell. Got you covered by the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. Got you covered in Metairie near North Kenner and, of course, Mid-City New Orleans. Which barrier island is due south of New Orleans? Our first line of defense from hurricanes. New Orleans' best pal. We should be shoring this island up. Name that island. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. It's that easy. Hey, the 5 o'clock powwow brought to you by J&J Exterminating. You too can get the shield anywhere you can see me or hear me in Louisiana. You too can get the shield. Just go online anywhere in Louisiana, jjext.com.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Yeah, is right. Brett Martel joins us live. It's another Martel Monday on the program. What's happening, Brett?
All right, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Same old thing. I think this is important to announce on the radio, Brett. You ready?
What's it? Yep, go ahead.
Those golf shoes you turned me on to that I like so much, I ordered a second pair. I think the TV and radio audience is so thoroughly interested in that crap.
Well, if they play golf, they might be.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And those are good walking shoes for me, too.
Yeah,
so.
they are. They work both ways. Thanks for the tip, though. I ordered another pair. I sent you the link because you said you liked them and couldn't find them. This place has them online and a little less than what we originally paid. So Could have saved this conversation for off air, but I've wasted a minute with you on that. All right, you ready to jump into this LIV tour thing real quick?
Sure.
It is really an unbelievable thing, Brett. There's no way it can make money. It comes from a $600 billion Saudi investment fund. $600 billion. So when they're tossing $100 million here to a player, $200 million there to a player, you know, they maybe put up $1 billion so far. They got $599 billion more to mess with. And I don't think it's about making money. I don't see how it's makes us look normal to the rest of the world. I don't quite get that yet. They're poaching the PGA Tour. Lately, there's a new angle. 9/11. The families that lost loved ones of 3,000 plus people. And so many people connected to that. Tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, maybe north of 1 million, connected directly, indirectly to those 3,000 plus that lost their lives. The Saudis, not an enemy, not a great ally, not Western ideals. And then just, you know, kind of whoring it out for the money. Your thoughts on LIV, PGA Tour, and golf in general, Brett?
Well, it just speaks to how, you know, how compromised people can become when, I mean, it's not to say that they're bad people. I mean, I think it's a tough choice when you have that much money dangled in front of you.
Hey, Brett, I'm going to triple your AP salary to come work for the KJ. Instead of the AP, you're working for me. You're going to do the same thing. I'm tripling your salary. I'm going to give you 5 to 7 years of salary up front as just a bonus because that's how much I want you. And by the way, Brett, you're going to write about a third as many articles as you are normally. How could you turn that down?
I know. Even in spite of your reputation, I think it would still be hard to turn down.
Seriously. If the cash was there and you knew that was good in spite of my reputation, if I still had the cash.
Yeah. So, you know, but like you said, I'm just a little curious to see how it plays out because the economic model doesn't really seem to make sense. No matter how much money you have, it still looks like a money loser to me in the long run unless there's some kind of return on investment.
Nope. There's no return on investment. It's strictly using that money to put a better spotlight on Saudi Arabia. That's all. Marketing, promotion, not a money maker. Impossible.
Right. Well, and also, I mean, there may be some developments that they want, you know, to work on where they may need, you know, whether it's, you know, residential entertainment, all kinds of whatever others, you know, things that they may want to launch into where this, you know, they can use this as a promotional tool. So.
Oh, no, of course. I think that's part of what they want to do. Now, Brett, the PGA Tour is a North American pro sports league to me. It's like tennis, and it's really like the NFL, Major League Baseball, Major League Soccer, or the NHL. It's
the
a
NBA, really.
Yeah, or the NBA. And I was just going to lead into that. Isn't the NBA most vulnerable, Brett? Where, I mean, you could slap 6 teams in America, 6 teams around the world, lure coaches and players away. The numbers I throw at you aren't made up. I'm not just throwing out arbitrary numbers. It is tripling your salary, 2.5 times to 3 times your salary. It's giving you 5 to 7 years of what you make up front just because we like you. And then it's a third of the work.
Yeah.
I mean, the NBA players, how would they say no? How would NBA coaches say no to that? Come play 30 games. We're going to give you 3 times your salary. We're going to give you 5 to 7 years of what you make as a bonus to do it. And it's a third of the amount of games. The NBA, they seem to me the most vulnerable next. And if you remember, Brett, they tried to do it with the Premier League and some La Liga and the German League, try to get the best teams in pro soccer to form this Super League, if you remember.
Well, and here's the thing, too, is the NBA is much fewer players per team.
Yep.
The indoor venues are the easiest pretty much to set up, you know, because of the size of the court and stuff like that. So the easiest to procure in terms of making an indoor venue for basketball. It's very easy to do.
Yeah, it is. They're 15 to 20,000 seat arenas everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, And you can rationalize it anyway, because you can say, well, the money's coming from a bad place, but I'm a good person, and if I make all this money from them, then I can turn around and pay it forward and do good things.
Maybe so, but I love the comments like, can't they use this as a platform against Saudi Arabia's, civil rights, human rights record? I'm like, if you don't think there's a article in their contract with all that money up front, $100 million plus up front, you can't say a disparaging thing about Saudi Arabia. Nothing.
No, they can't. No, they would have to be more of a roundabout way of doing it, But they can even just be saying, well, this money empowers me to do good things for my own community, regardless of what Saudi Arabia is doing, or regardless of what I don't say about them. I can still do, it still empowers me to be more of a do-gooder, say. But I'm saying that's just the way you could rationalize it.
I just don't
that's
like.
Why it's so hard to turn down.
I don't like that it's a North American pro sports league. Selfishly, this foreign entities coming in and trying to wreck it. I don't like it that it's, this pseudo ally. We mentioned the terrible human rights record. I don't like that it's endless funds, profits it's not capitalism, it's just rape and pillage essentially. And so that's the part I don't like about it. But then another side of me is like, we are in a capitalistic society, and these people can choose to spend money however they like. If they lose money or not, they don't have to make money. If their goal is to wreck the tour and it makes them look better to the world, that they're doing something great for golf or something, if that's what they want, that's what they want. I admit I'm biased. I'm an American. I don't like it as a North American pro sports league essentially getting crushed, and I don't like the people that are doing the crushing.
Yeah. You could almost compare it to the people who feel like college basketball was kind of destroyed by when they allowed 18-year-olds to go in the NBA draft, and then they said, well, okay, 19-year-old, but still then they had all the one-and-done stuff. And college basketball...
LIV NBA will take a 16-year-old, Brett.
What's that?
LIV NBA will take a 16-year-old, I'm sure.
Probably. You never, you don't know, but the point is, it'll just dilute it. It'll dilute what you viewed as kind of a sporting institution that you revered growing up, like the PGA or whatever.
It's been the premier pro golf tour since its inception. It's the premier golf tour. It's like the NFL's the best, Major League Baseball's the best, NBA's the best, NHL hockey's the best. We'd like Major League Soccer to be the best. It's now in the top 10. A lot of competition where I think it'll be hard to get much better, especially competing against Premier League. But maybe eventually, a generation or so down the road, it will be better. But at least that's the goal. And the PGA Tour is already there, and I don't like it going backwards, Brett. Hey, the Zurich Classic, always fighting for these players. You've got a bunch. No, it looks like Ricky Fowler's next. Patrick Reed's already jumped on board. You'll never see him again. You'll never see the big hitter who just signed up.
DeChambeau.
Yeah, DeChambeau. It's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. He's a loss. Reed, you kind of would have.
People don't like him, but he's still the 2020 Masters champ,
Right.
How do you deny that? It's not good. U.S. Open, Johnson, Thomas, it's terrible. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Well, we'll see if it has any staying power.
Yep, that's the only thing you'd hope for, Brett. Obviously, if they want, it can stay forever. They got $600 billion, but will it really have staying power? And I don't know. You figure it has to. They've invested about $1 billion in just these player bonuses, right? Reportedly.
Yeah, there's a lot of upfront money there, and if anyone has it to put up front, they do. But like we discussed last week, individual companies who would be candidates to sponsor that tour and to make it profitable will have to consider whether they really want to do that. Because, it's one thing to agree to play in a Saudi tour when they're paying you. It's another thing to spend money on a Saudi tour, as a sponsor, to try to make it a viable, sports league. So
yep.
I don't know. It's a matter of what's their tolerance for losing a lot of money every year.
Brett Martel's with us from the Associated Press. Hey, Brett, with the NBA Finals, best of 7 all knotted up at 2 each, it becomes a best-of-3 series now. It's down to that. Boston, Golden State, best-of-3. Who's winning?
Yeah, it's a tough call. I tend to think that Boston – a lot will depend on tonight's game. Boston hasn't lost 2 in a row in the entire playoffs. So if they lose tonight, it'll be the first time that happened. And then it goes back to Boston. Boston seems to be kind of like the deeper, more athletic, more overall talented team with the better size and everything like that. The X factor is just that, 2 of the best pure shooters in the history of basketball happen to play for the other team. And when they are having a good night, especially on the same night, but as Steph Curry did the other night, Golden State's perfectly capable of pulling it out. But I really tend to think it's Boston's to lose. They have to mess it up. And even game 4, they kind of messed up, They had the 5-point lead down the stretch and just kind of lost it. So, we'll have to see what happens there. But I would kind of lean towards Boston on this one.
Hey, Brett, how can folks check out your stuff at the AP?
Yeah, it's at Brett Martel on Twitter. I try to link it. But the AP is available on the AP News app for a smartphone, or apnews.com, and you can get really fantastic reporting from all over the world, including on the hearings, the January 6th hearings going on now.
Yep.
So I think it's a great way, when you're standing in line, to just hit that app and get news told straight from all over the world while you wait.
Yep. Hey, Brett, always a pleasure, man. We'll see you next Monday.
All right, take care, Corey.
That's Brett Martel from the AP, another Martel Monday. Every day we broadcast live on radio, on TV, on YouTube, from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. Honest air conditioning experts that come immediately. What more do you need? Honest air conditioning experts that come right now. If your AC is not working right, or worse, not working at all, don't stress out. Solve the problem this afternoon, today. River City's Total Maintenance at NOLAAC.com. NOLAAC.com. Every day we broadcast live on radio, on television, on YouTube. From the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. Corey Johnson with you. Father's Day is this Sunday. Guys want to go to the Woodhouse Day Spa too. Ladies, tighten them up. Father's Day is this Sunday. I'll get you jump-started. 90-year-old actor Philip Baker Hall passed away. You might have remembered him as the attorney for the mobster in Midnight Run. He was in Boogie Nights. He wasn't the Colonel, but he was Floyd something, the porn producer that was trying to convince Burt Reynolds to go from film to videotape. And at the end of the movie, they were working together. The Colonel went to jail. I remember when he walks in, the Colonel's like, Floyd blank, and says his last name. And Floyd blank goes, the Colonel, kind of in a cynical way. Like, I got to work with you, but you're a sick, deviant bastard. Anyway, Philip Baker Hall passed away. Floyd what? What was his last name in Boogie Nights, that character? I'll give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate if you can come up with that. Also, which barrier island is due south of New Orleans, our first line of defense? Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Governor John Bel Edwards will not call the National Guard in New Orleans. Oliver Thomas, who joined us in the 4 o'clock hour, New Orleans City Council person last week, was suggesting maybe bringing in the National Guard. A judge rules against the new congressional maps, that kind of musical chairs gimmick instead of true representation. This one was too easy. Obviously, white Republicans were trying to remain in control, and they will, but trying to even have more control. Didn't want to do what was right. 33% black population in Louisiana, 6 congressional seats. The math is simple. 66% white, that's 4 of 6. 33% black, that's 2 of 6. Not 1 black, 5 white. That wasn't true representation. So it was inevitable that the taxpayer money wasted on this endeavor gets worse because now Governor John Bel Edwards needs to call a special session to right this wrong. Jack Del Rio, I guess the Washington Commanders, the DC NFL team's defensive coordinator, he called January 6 a dust-up. Apologizes for it later that day, still fined $100,000 by the Washington Commanders. Fined for ignorance and a bad opinion? I say give him his rope and let him hang himself with the dopey comments. But instead fined $100,000, which I don't quite agree with. The Senate, bipartisan support up in D.C. of minor changes in gun laws. Still can't change the gun laws from 18 to 21. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The NRA and the wacky right-wingers just can't go from 18 to 21 on purchasing a gun. Beer and cigarettes, no problem. But a gun, you can be 18 and birthday, go get 2 AR-15s. It's crazy. But they are going to have juvenile records of gun buyers under 21 will be made available for background checks. Just token nonsense. Some gun sales not under, I guess, observation or under record. Those folks selling guns are going to have to get a federal dealer's license, and they'll have to conduct background checks when they sell a gun. So that makes sense. You know, I mentioned it a few weeks ago. Vermont, with a Republican governor, Vermont threw in 4 simple gun laws that I don't know why everyone wouldn't agree on these. Eliminate unlicensed firearm transfers. This bipartisan legislation in D.C. kind of half does that in improvement, but not all unlicensed firearm transfers. Vermont, no sales under 21. The feds refuse to do it. A ban on large capacity magazines. Feds refuse to do it. A ban on bump stocks. Feds refuse to do it. It's unbelievable. Vermont, a year later, saw a 27% decrease in handgun deaths with a Republican governor passing just common sense legislation, eliminating unlicensed firearm transfers. Who would be for that? The NRA. They like unlicensed gun transfers. They want it easy. They don't want it burdensome at all. They don't want the government involved. No sales to under anyone 21. The NRA is against this. They want gun sales to 18, 19, and 21-year-olds. And 20-year-olds makes up some of their sales. Ban of large capacity magazines, totally against that. Ban on bump stocks, totally against that. A Republican governor in Vermont, common sense legislation passed by the legislature, signed by the Republican governor, eliminating unlicensed firearm transfers, no sales under 21, ban on large capacity magazines, ban on bump stocks. That's it. Those 4 common sense ideas. 27% decrease in handgun deaths in Vermont. Feds won't come close to touching that. And this joint legislation, I guess it's a start because it's bipartisan, but it's weak, it's pathetic, and it doesn't get down to the root of the problem. Hey, I always mention the Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. You know, there are over 60 Rouses. You know, they've been at it for over 60 years. There are over 20 Rouses in Metro New Orleans, which means there's a Rouse's in your neighborhood, maybe 2, or at worst, right next door to your neighborhood. Rouse's delivers. Tough to beat Rouse's. Check them out at rouses.com. Best quality, best price, best selection Rouse's Market tastes like home.
My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe. The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us do you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockandalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home. Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
The Wood Woodhouse Day Spa. The premier day spa experience is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, Super discount store in Chalmette.
I've been getting a butcher at Rouse's to cut me these, they're called airline chicken breasts. He cuts them off of a whole chicken. It's the best of both worlds. The boneless, skinless chicken breast is just plain to me. I mean, it's healthy, I guess. That's why I eat them. And you can season them up. But they're kind of plain. They don't have the flavor of the dark meat. The airline chicken breast has the little drumette, the little baby leglet, kind of the drumette's still hooked to the breast. Therefore, the skin is still hooked to the breast. So you get a boneless chicken breast, but the skin's still on, which to me is all the flavor, the fat, gets crispy, gets really good. I cook them skin side up first, and then the skin kind of gets crispy just because of the heat, and the bottom grill's nice, and then I flip them over and pull them off, and really good. But I've been getting Rouse's to cut those for me, and they're just fantastic. Rouse's Markets, yeah, the airline chicken breast. Fantastic. Skin on. Tough to beat. Corey Johnson with you. Father's Day is Sunday, this Sunday. Dad wants to go to the Woodhouse Day Spa. Which barrier island is due south of New Orleans, our number one line of defense for hurricanes? Give me the answer to that. I got 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse for you. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open. 766-9480. Also, Philip Baker Hall at age 90 passed away. Kind of, I guess, a B actor. Not an A-list actor, but a B actor, been around Hollywood for 40, 50, 60 years. He was the attorney for the mobster in Midnight Run, pleading with the mobster to not go meet De Niro at the airport to swap the discs. And he was Floyd Blank in Boogie Nights, a great character. Worked with the Colonel, worked with, Jack Horner, Burt Reynolds' character in Boogie Nights. What was Floyd's last name? The Colonel sees him and says, Floyd Blank. And then Floyd says, the Colonel. What's Floyd's last name in Boogie Nights? I'll give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Philip Baker Hall, the actor, passing away at 90. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 766-9480. I love when the Colonel meets Marky Mark. And, hey, Marky, show me blank. And then he does, and that face the Colonel has, it's one of the greatest faces ever. Indescribable. Kid in a candy store. I don't know how to describe it. Just crazy face. Crazy. Hey, I talk about Young's Dry Cleaning a lot because they're the city's best. They've been at it since 1940. They're a New Orleans institution, over 80 years. I've been talking about them for about 25 years, literally, on radio and television. But they have a restoration department besides their fantastic dry cleaning facility. And they'll take care of pretty much anything fabric, material, or cloth for you. It could have smoke, mold, mildew, water damage. Let Young's Restoration Department take a crack at it. Now, stuff that's not damaged, like your drapes, fine linens, they'll take care of those, too, the Restoration Department. Like, come out to your house, take down your drapes or curtains, restore them to like new conditions, and rehang them. All you pay for is the cleaning, not the taking down and putting back up. That's free. Free pickup and delivery. YoungsDryCleaning.com to find out more about their restoration department. YoungsDryCleaning.com. Hey, Fury's is open till 9 p.m. tonight. Fresh local seafood on a Monday night. Great way to start the week. Fury's is open till 9 tonight. Gumbo, those homemade onion rings, and speckled trout, flounder, snapper. Fresh, local seafood exclusively. Fury's restaurant in Metairie is open till 9 p.m. tonight. James Beard Award winners throughout the city will be known tonight. We'll fill you in on those tomorrow. The U.S. Open starts this week from Brookline, Mass., the country club. Phil Mickelson was there fresh off of an LIV Tour event. Ridiculous field, like as far as week, and insane money awarded. Just insane. 31 members of Patriot Front apparently jammed into the back of a U-Haul truck in full riot gear, arrested and charged with conspiracy in Idaho. They were heading to a national pride event. Now, if you ever see a bunch of dudes in tactical gear loading into the back of a U-Haul truck, call 911. And that's exactly what happened in Idaho. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday afternoon. Hey, I got a place on Magazine Street you need to go check out if you wear prescription glasses. Art and Eyes on Magazine. That's where I got my glasses, my prescription sunglasses. If you wear prescription eyewear or you just want a great pair of eyeglasses, you might wear eyeglasses as a fashion statement. You might want the best pair of sunglasses you've ever owned. Art and Eyes on Magazine. Eyewear that's as unique as you. Quality eyewear you'll find nowhere else. From world-class designers. Frames from France, Belgium, Japan, Germany, the United States. It was an easy choice for me. A boutique like something you'd see in Paris or maybe London or New York or San Francisco or L.A. Art and Eyes on Magazine.